And then my mom would be like, just don't wake her up. Just tell her to go back. I'm like, I'm not talking to my sister.
I'm not speaking. That's not my sister. That's not my sister.
That's someone.
I don't know her.
Yeah.
Beelzebub, I'm good.
Lucifer, please forgive me. I don't know what I've done to upset you, but go away.
I didn't mean to eat all the cookies, I swear.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off. What the fuck, Trevor?
That's not the name of the show, Joe.
Welcome to Off What the Fuck, Trevor topic. I'm your host, Joe. You got Trevor.
Yeah?
You got Matt. You got BK.
Yeah.
You may notice things are different because Michael's not here. And so I'm trying to fill his very, very, very large shoes.
What size?
He's got enormous feet. They don't talk about it enough, but the man's got enormous.
Probably like
He
a
hides
size.
I think it's mostly toe, too.
size
Really?
22.
Mostly toe.
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
be looking at his feet. Like, y'all look at his feet like that?
No,
Not really.
but you can hear him.
It's like
Yeah.
a train thing. Like, we know not to look at them.
Right.
Before we
right.
get into Michael's feet, just a quick reminder.
We're
for
not
everyone.
getting in.
All right. You can get up to 35% off a year long.
I breathed in too hard.
You're ruining it, Trevor.
I was so surprised.
Okay, anyways, before Trevor ruined it, you can get up to 35% off a year-long first membership right now. Right now, okay? Just use code.
Right now! Tell him how.
Oh, God. Oh, my bad. You just use
slapped
code
him.
FIRST45 at roosterteat.com/sign-up, and you guys can get up to 35%, okay? Up to 35% off a year-long membership.
That means as little as 1%.
As little as one,
that's
at
true.
most
It's
35.
a meter. Put it
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Much like the size of Michael's shoes, size 35.
Yeah. Whoa.
I thought it was like a cup size.
Well, it's not the
Wait,
length.
what?
We're talking about the width.
Hold on. We're talking about cups now. What's going on? Tell me what you know about cups.
We do his shoes in cups.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, no.
Like how many cups it
35.
can
I've
fill.
never heard of shoe size
How many
that
cups
big.
tall are
I've
you?
heard bra size is that big, but never shoe size. Like,
Sorry.
I'm very
Oh, he's a size 36 double E.
double D.
Double E.
Oh,
But it's
Gosh.
But the double E is for the width. This man
Yeah.
walks around. He's got like webbed feet, like flippers.
What does he got, like sore feet? Like,
Yeah,
what is
he's got
what is
sore
he
feet
eating
from Peter
on
Martin's.
feet?
His Sora's feet shrunk as he got older. They compressed those
compressed.
things. Yeah, like when they put him in the Chamber of Awakening or whatever the fuck, they're like, shrink those feet. Let's just have to remodel them.
Let's
you know?
just get rid of him.
Yeah, you know, he's not anime enough.
Oh, anyways, what's everyone's week been looking like? Huh?
Oh,
What's everyone's week been?
dark, heinous, and haunted. Does anyone know how to cleanse one's spirit after a deep level haunting and investigation?
I heard you can vacuum the demons out of your soul.
Ooh, like
Yeah.
the suck and cut from Wayne's World? It sucks and it cuts, but now it sucks and it cleanses.
I was thinking
Yeah,
more of like the sucker.
You can't cut. It's a,
Right,
it's a
that's true. You
ghost.
can't
Yeah,
cut a
you can't
ghost.
cut a ghost.
Where do you put the vacuum to suck it out?
Uh,
See, this man's lying to me.
oh man, you got me. I was gonna say an alligator's belly button, but I don't know if those exist.
Wait,
Wait, what?
on your alligator belly button.
He's trying to cleanse himself, not an alligator.
Right, well, and I never would want to
The alligator,
cleanse an
listen,
alligator.
alligator has to
They know
latch
what they
onto
did.
your arm.
It's true.
Okay, it has to latch onto your arm. Okay, and while it's latched on, you then put the vacuum hose in the belly button of the alligator.
So you're talking about noodling, which is what
Yeah, but you're
you
not
do to
noodling
catch a
for
catfish.
You're not noodling a catfish, you're noodling the belly button.
Speaking of catfish, we are in the midst of a red web civil war.
Yes.
Gentlemen, BK, when she's back, they haven't cut to the wide, so I just broke that fourth wall hex. But we need to pick a side.
I've already
Between
picked
two
my
creatures,
side.
well, you watch it. Between two creatures that are stomping around this green earth, which is more terrifying, the owl or the catfish?
Catfish.
Okay, Matt?
Catfish.
I mean, it's an owl.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like, okay, Joe, let's say you're in, I don't know, downtown Austin.
Yes.
Are you afraid of a catfish in downtown Austin?
How many owls are in downtown Austin?
A lot
Enough.
more than
There's a lot?
than catfish.
See, that's
Really?
the concerning question is you don't know
But owls rarely attack humans.
that you know of.
Rarely, I guess.
Has an owl attacked you, Trevor?
No, but I made a presentation for Red Web Case Files premiering now for first members if you're watching this live or on the 23rd on our YouTube channel, Red Web. But The next episode is all about it. So if you're not convinced, if you're not sure which side of the fence to fall on, we have a whole PowerPoint battle to dissect it. And in that battle, yes, there are people being antagonized by owls.
I'm just gonna say, like, a catfish, if you're not in the water, the only thing that a catfish could do is look at you. And if you are in the water, I guess you're more fucked. An owl could attack you right now, Joe. And it should.
Honestly, it should. And I'm running off camera. BK waits for some tech. BK, owl or catfish more terrifying?
Obviously an owl.
Absolutely, obviously.
It's not an owl.
Yeah.
It's not an owl.
Thank you, BK. I'd love to hear your
where you're sitting right
take.
now.
All right, think about how big. Okay, what's the world's largest owl?
It's
pretty big.
I forget what genus it is, but it's got a 6-foot wingspan.
6-foot wingspan.
Yeah, more or
Catfish
less.
can get larger than that.
Okay.
Okay. You're talking about. Are owls snatching up kids into the sky?
Yes.
No.
Actually-
Are catfishes fucking
Snatching.
If you go up into
Fucking
the sky,
gulping
are
children
catfishes
down?
flying? Yes,
I don't think catfish are wolfing children.
They're fucking
wolfing
hey,
them.
Listen, hey, don't spit on Jeremy Wade's name like that. Okay? You know who Jeremy Wade is? River
I
Monsters?
do, River
Lou
Monsters. yeah.
Dominaro. I'm sorry, I can't read that far, but they said, have you ever seen an owl's legs? Definitely the owl, okay?
Yeah.
They're
Wait a second.
coaxing you in with the cuteness.
It's just bird legs. They're just bird legs.
So
It's no different than chicken feet.
That they have like legs. I know
They
have
do.
Feet, but
Do you think that you're gonna eat them like an owl leg, like chicken leg? Like,
Oh, yeah.
just eat it.
And the thing is, they're wise.
Is it
too.
illegal?
Right.
They'd be like, that guy's eating an
Are they
owl
like,
leg,
are
we're
owls
gonna
like
kill him.
endangered
Are owls
species or
protected
something?
species?
I
Probably.
think so.
They're not
Yeah.
eagles, Joe.
Are they legally allowed to be
Snowy
eaten?
owl?
Yeah, you can shoot an owl like you could shoot a squirrel.
I don't eat intelligent
eat it.
meat. I don't want.
I don't
I don't
think
want
it
to
would be
eat
the
meat
same.
that can develop an opinion.
Catfish are smart as fuck. That's why they get
In
the
the
weak.
water.
They get
Are
the weak
catfish-
humans. They get the weak
Are
humans. the
catfish
children.
smart as fuck?
Yes, they
You
are.
made it.
I don't think that's the situation, Joe. I think catfish are just a mouth
They
looking
got
for
a million. They got a million little. They got a million little things right here. They just touch one little thing. It's like, boop. Well, there's something there. I'm not going there.
Damn. Okay, so they don't
got
even
like
look
7
with their
brains.
eyes. They
They
just.
don't.
That's
They
not
look-
7
they look
brains.
with
They
That's
got like
Face.
7
That's
brains.
flying
One
around
brain
in the water
each
blind.
little barb of their.
And you're saying that when they touch something, they just immediately eat it?
Yeah.
Because that doesn't imply intelligence.
suck on contact.
You know what? I could throw some C4 in the ocean and they'll gobble
Yeah.
that down. You know.
Owl's
Yeah.
gonna look at the C4 flying in the sky and be like, not for me.
They're like,
the world's
I touched
largest-
it and then I
world's
ate it
largest
and I popped.
catfish, it gulps down some C4, it explodes. It's
You know
not
what?
Gonna die.
Swim your way to the salt water.
Impenetrable.
Yeah.
Like catfish.
armored.
skin? It's armored.
It's armored, inside and out.
We should,
No,
like,
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I'm learning
want,
a
like,
lot
catfish
about
armor.
the lack
Can
of
I-
knowledge
Catfish
we have
armor?
about animals.
Anything.
Yeah, really anything.
I think catfish are more terrifying.
I think
Listen, they are terrifying. No one is saying that. I'm just saying that the owl is moss terrifying.
I'm saying an owl's more dangerous than a cat.
Certainly.
Like,
Yes.
Because, again, Joe, the only way a catfish could hurt you right now in this exact moment is
Hit
if
him with
there
it.
was a hamster ball filled with water and a catfish and
My
it rolled
God.
through here.
Who's to say there's not, Matt?
Somehow. You know what?
That is
I
the
guess
most-
you're
Rolling a
right.
hamster
That's the
ball in.
most
Here you go.
sinister
it's
experiment
not.
I've ever heard of, but I need to see that
Just a
now.
cat.
You don't think a
Catfish and a
catfish
hamster
will
ball?
eventually, in probably, I'm gonna say probably 4 years' time, gonna evolve
Are you
to have
serious?
2 legs?
This is like Will
Okay,
Ferrell
and gulp?
in The Other Guys,
No,
where he's
listen.
like,
And they're
no,
not gonna gulp
maybe
water.
maybe the tuna can't get on water for 10, 20 minutes, but 5, 6 minutes at a time? Absolutely.
4 years, I'm thinking, is probably more than enough time in this Earth's lifespan to evolve for the catfish to have 2 pairs of human legs.
In your
Don't get
lifetime.
me wrong, not no fucking chicken
Wait, he's
owl leg.
four-legged?
Human
legs.
human
no,
legs?
2-legged. Okay?
okay.
2 legs. Okay, he's gonna walk right up to you.
So-
and just like,
This is like
right on your head. and
this
just
is-
suck you down whole.
this is some reverse mermaid you're making.
Exactly,
Yeah,
Matt.
like-
It's not
exactly.
a reverse mermaid.
Oh, man,
Well,
it is.
also, it may have the legs, but can it still breathe?
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
think
that
they
doesn't make
could.
any sense.
Have you
That's
ever,
just 2
hey,
evolution processes.
You ever seen Aquaman? You see how the Atlanteans breathe our air? They have a tank full of water.
Have you ever seen something fictional? Now, let me apply
Who's to
that
say
to
it's
reality.
fictional? Who's to
Still
say
no
it's
joke.
fictional, Trevor? We've
Check out
only
Red Web's
explored
episode all about
We've only
Atlantis.
explored
You've
5%
explored
of the Earth.
That's wrong.
Water, okay?
What?
The ocean, of the land, of the place. You don't know what's down there. Be my dad.
No, I assure you, if you're going down there, he's not.
You got abducted by the
That's so
Atlanteans.
dark.
He
That's so
could, he
dark.
could be.
I mean, anything's
Anything's
possible.
possible.
A catfish could be more deadly, but it isn't.
It isn't.
It's just like, I understand, yeah, a catfish is eating someone, I guess, but like,
You guys ever seen the whales?
yeah, you're in the position to be eaten by a catfish.
Listen,
You
at
know?
the end
An
of
owl
the day,
could strike whenever.
absolutely. At the end of the day, this is the red web. Civil war, everyone is affected. If you are on this planet, which we are, you're affected. And so you need to pick a side. Because when you wake up every day, you need to know what you need to be terrified about.
Joe.
Now, we can all point to the world's largest whatever.
I am never being in a body of water where something like that can exist.
Also, I will...
How do you know?
I know.
The T-pose is the difference.
Do you think the catfish is just swimming up
pool.
on the shore of
Right, that one's dead and caught.
Just
It's not
hanging
dead and
out?
caught. It's alive and caught.
Well, it's caught.
Okay.
I don't see a caught
Well,
owl.
on
Also,
Huh?
caught doesn't really imply intelligence there, does it?
I know, right?
Right,
It's
exactly.
so smart, but gets caught.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like quadruple the size of that man, but it still
got
went
caught.
down.
Let me
Yeah.
demonstrate.
To that man.
If you get fully necked by a catfish, they're
Yes, what's
putting
the
you
strategy?
down.
Yeah, how do you-
I mean, I'll run this bit to the death, but like, just like sucked you down from the side, boom, T-pose.
So just put your arms out.
None of it's got the mouth wide enough to suck this down.
Yeah, it's not like at some point your arms will go up above your
Get
head.
that wet owl out of my face, dude.
I don't know if you guys can.
Why I got a wet owl?
Look at this fucking wet owl.
That is
telling me that that's terrifying?
Yes, that is
Compared to a
that is
catfish?
an eldritch
It looks like
monster
that
right there.
shit
That
is an eldritch monster,
that is
BK, you
real.
are right
That
there.
is
It-
It
real.
looks like an owl with erectile dysfunction.
What? Why has it got to be a reptile?
Why is it? Because his nose is
Why
all
does it have to be
droopy.
erectile? They don't even have
Let me
legs.
see that. His nose droopy as hell.
Too many Red Bulls. I need help.
Ew, I don't like that. Why does it looks like it has two sets of eyes. Like, what's going on here?
It looks like an Elden Ring boss that when you learn his backstory, it's like he's been beaten to death 15 times. He has no happiness. and
Joe's like, let
only
me
pain.
solo her.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if that was a boss, in Dark Souls, I would not be terrified. It'd be the easiest boss.
You're dead. You're dead before you heard it
You know how
coming.
many
You can't
bosses-
hear that thing coming. Go on. How many bosses?
Tell me you can't hear that, Trevor, right now?
You're a human. You don't have the
Yeah.
skills
Joe is
nor the
flapping.
tenacity
Also,
to be an
I
owl.
can't hear that.
I could fly.
I actually heard nothing.
That's because I don't have feathers.
Right. I forgot
You're
about
not
that.
gonna hear an owl swooping at you.
You will hear an owl.
After you're
Well,
dead.
That's kind of the point that you don't.
Don't most, like,
Talk to the
Hear the owl
mice.
and
most
post.
prey birds like go up pretty high and then they just fucking dive.
Dive bomb you, baby. Yeah.
It's not like all right, I'm gonna flap right
Owls
behind
are
him.
notorious for yelling hoot hoot before they get their prey.
No, that's the victory screech after they've murdered
No,
their
it's the
prey.
pre-victory screech.
After they got
That's
the
a
prey.
battle
Just hear,
cry, Joe.
battle
cry.
Owls don't battle cry.
They don't battle cry. They
No, hummingbirds though.
Yeah.
They terrify.
They're
They do.
wise. They like.
Wait, what? Hold on. Hummingbirds entered the fray.
Hummingbirds-
A new challenger
Wait a
appears.
second, wait.
Hummingbirds
Hummingbirds
flies
are like
in,
the most deadly bird, bro.
And they have a battle cry?
What are you
Demonstrate,
talking
please.
about? How did we
Joe?
know? Okay, see now
Give us
this
some
is
room. I want to hear the battle cry.
With the bat.
Yeah, go ahead. I love it. I love it.
it's not a war cry. That's what hummingbirds are basically the villagers that are getting pillaged.
They might actually be like one of the few animals that I've seen that might have like a superpower.
No, dude, they are literally like the deadliest bird. They're also like worshipped in certain cultures.
Well, yeah.
There's gods based off of
I'm
them.
just-
Hummingbirds are like, you do not mess with no hummingbird.
I'll tell you what, though, owl lore goes deep. And if, again, self-promotion out the window here,
Owl
Red Web
lore.
Case Files episode 2 next week. Check it out. Fredo and I go deep into him and the catfish, me on the owls. You will come out of that with an opinion.
I must have missed this part. I'm really
No
confused.
gross.
Red
Yeah.
web animals.
It's
Are they
exploring
like-
how owls were basically once gods of.
The ones that came before us.
Yeah.
They
No.
say ancient aliens. I said owls.
Okay.
Oh, giant owls,
Owls
carried.
came and made
They
the
built the
pyramids.
pyramids. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
King
stone to the top.
King King Tut's sarcophagus was carried into the middle of the pyramid while it was
They're
being
going all
built.
the way up there with their talons.
Yes, fly the talons to the top. Coming totally different subject, Red Web now. We did our Halloween special earlier this week. We went to Penhurst Asylum. We got tangible, hands-on evidence from the situation. I'll give you here a little tease, a little taste, because it's coming out on Halloween Day, October 31st, Monday. So book your calendars. We have that coming. But, dude, we had some wild stuff going on.
That's
Hearing stuff, maybe seeing some stuff. I was in some tunnel deep underground for like 10 minutes alone. That was spooky as hell. But I want to talk about one thing because I can't not talk about it. It's the most vivid out of a few things that I did for Haunter and the 2 hunts we've done now for Red Web. This one was probably the most vivid. So Christian and I have split off from the group. Alfredo has gone off with Shane. They're kind of filming and investigating the other kind of half of the building. We get tucked back into one of the wings, and Christian and I are just kind of walking around, and there's 1,000 rooms. So we're not investigating every single room. We're just kind of walking around, asking questions, listening, using some of the gear that we have. And as we walk by this one room, there is a door ajar. I kind of glimpse by it, and I see like this blue like flicker just for a second. And I walk by and I come back, and I go, what was that? And I look in, I can't move the door, and I look in, and there's a little box, like a little black box with a blue light on it and a tiny little antenna. If you've seen Haunter, you've seen this device in play. We introduced it in the USS Hornet episode in season 2, available for First. So if you're new to First, go check it out. But that particular device, we didn't bring it. And so I pick it up and I start explaining what it is. And the idea is it can sense changes in temperature, energy, or motion, and it indicates that by the light coming on. And the fact that the light was on the whole time is different than our experience when we used them in Haunter, because they would just sit there and be off. And if somebody walked by, they would light up. You might recognize Pennhurst because Haunter chat, I'm pointing to the chat, went there. They had their own investigation there. So very, very cool place, a lot of different buildings to explore. So I'm explaining to Christian, i.e. the camera, what this thing does, and I'm kind of gobsmacked that it's on permanently. I'm like, maybe it's malfunctioned. I shook it, it goes on and off. So I'm like, okay.
It's working,
It's
right.
working-ish, right? And so I can make it brighter by touching the antenna and moving it, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe somebody else was here sometime and just forgot it or left it, so maybe we can use this. We start leaving the room. I slip through the door, and as soon as we exit the door, and as soon as I stop talking about it, I go, I don't know, maybe it'll be fine. Instantly, I hear this vivid whimper, like behind us, in the room that had no other entrances or anything. And at that same time, I go, what the hell was that? Christian also pans the camera around because he hears it right away. We actually caught that sound on camera too.
No way.
And this was just one of the few things that we heard in the investigation and experienced. Crew also heard some stuff while we were between the podcast part and the investigation part that Shane talks about in the episode, so you'll get to hear about that. But instantly come back in, and I'm like, I don't know if maybe an investigation team left this as a tribute because they got some experience. I don't know. I'm gonna put this exactly where I found
Right,
it.
I'm gonna put it back.
And I'm gonna leave. But
Already touched it.
Yeah, you
it's,
can.
Trevor.
it's imbibed upon
Yeah.
me. But we had a lot of weird omens going into that night. One of the more significant ones was just the circle of bats that suddenly showed up
I'm
as
sorry,
we
what?
were just hanging out outside as we arrived, kind of getting the lay of the land, sun setting, starting
That's
to
no big
go
deal.
to the entrance of the building. And seriously, a circle of bats arrives over us and the entrance at that moment.
That's when I leave.
Were they're trying to film the intro?
The door.
No.
Leave.
Like the bats.
Yeah,
are
that's
cursing
yeah.
us.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was like, Fredo, are you Batman Beyond? You Terry McGinnis?
Oh, that's what that device was. It was the
Yeah,
thing
he
that
did.
it was the thing that Batman has in his boot.
I thought you were going to be like, someone was on house arrest. But yeah, no, so we went back into the room. We did some other stuff to investigate that area and did some EVP recordings, among many, many other things. But man, I'm so eager to see that come together. We only just digested the footage, so it's not even started the edit. But yeah, that's coming out at the end of the month. But Halloween, or all of October, we have not only Red Web, but Achievement Hunter has so much planned. We just did a spooky VR.
It was funny. The scariest part about the entire thing, I'm gonna spoil it,
Yeah.
is Trevor.
Yeah.
No,
Is Trevor.
It is.
It's nothing
it's
else.
the spirit attached to me.
He never left. I don't.
Get
We
out.
could just stay far. Matt, stay
Oh.
between us.
It's fine.
He was
hop
ready.
for me.
He was ready for a transfer of power for sure.
Are you guys all
You touched
skeptical?
me earlier and went,
Ghosts and demons? Are you
The
guys
ghost.
skeptical of those?
Or
Or are you guys firm believers? Because I'm a firm believer.
I'm very pragmatic. I mean, my background's in science and engineering, and so I analyze things to death. But when the lights go down, I love the story of it. I love the idea of it. My mind is open to it. And so I'll go in, and that's kind of what Fredo and I do, is we go in not to be cynical about it, but to be open to it, and then try to realistically debunk what we might be hearing, and then what we can't kind of figure out is left to the audience to kind of experience themselves and try to make their own conclusions. But that's my take. What about you guys?
I also have like an engineering background. I've unfortunately seen too much shit for me to be like, that's not real.
One of the first
I
conversations
don't
we
want
had was
I
about
don't
that.
want it to be real.
I don't want it to be real. Like,
Maybe it
please,
is.
for the love of
I
God, don't
firmly-
be real.
Like whenever I see anything, I'm
Yeah.
like, let me try to think of 18 ways to explain this away. And then I'll know that I'm lying to myself, but like, I'll sleep. You know, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like one of the first conversations we had was about shit like that.
Yeah, way back, dude, I was in college. I remember vividly where I was sitting, and I was just indulging in Matt's stories. I don't know if you want to share any here, but of your experiences.
I've had a
Way to
few
break
where
the
it's
ice,
like-
you know?
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is awesome.
I know like a couple that like really sit with me is like my cat would want to go out at like 4 a.m. and I'm like, and then like I'd hear the door open, I'd be like,
You speak cat.
must have been my grandpa or something. And then
Right.
he's just like, I don't get up and let the cat out. The cat could stay inside. I don't care. But that cat went in and out at night. My girlfriend was over one time and she's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. She goes to walk down the hall and I hear a door slam. And then she comes running back and she just like jumps in the bed. She like curls up in like the blanket and I'm like, what happened to the bathroom?
What's up?
What went on? She's like, nothing, I'm okay. I'm like, oh, you're gone pretty quick. And she just goes, yeah, the door slammed in my face, like right in front of me.
It was just the ghost trying to help.
And
right?
I was like, yeah,
Leave
just
her
No, the ghost was like, close the damn door.
And then like I went and like I looked, I pulled that door and like the carpet, since they installed that carpet, sucked. It was like an inch higher than the door, so you had to like
Really
pull
pull
the
it.
door. But it slammed because I
That's
fucking heard it.
crazy.
Unless she just was like, I'm gonna get attention. Slam. Which
Messing with you? I don't know.
I guess she could have, but it felt pretty real.
See,
Yeah.
And I've had a time where like everything on my wall fell off.
Just everything.
Just
These are also
randomly.
news stories. Like he's littered. This
Yeah.
man is littered with stories. Is your house like the house that you lived in? Were your grandparents the first owners, or was it older?
It was
like a
older.
pretty older house. Okay.
Yeah, I remember them telling me about like the previous people like put like some.
They kinda
stuff
look
in
like that
there.
ghost.
Yeah, there they are right now. Oh no! The previous people I did a bunch, and
Yeah.
I don't know how many people died in it.
God, what a question.
I know
How
it
many
was.
people
I know
died?
it was like more than one, and less than I'm gonna assume 20. You know.
Hopefully,
Who
yeah.
knows?
that's where me and Matt are in the same boat. I've
Yeah.
experienced way too much shit.
Exactly. Like I don't want
I want to hear about that, but
Oh, yeah. I
like,
wanna-
do you have any
Tell me.
like?
Tell
me.
me.
What's your disposition?
What you got?
on it?
What's your story that's like, yeah, I believe in ghosts, I believe in demons, this is it.
That's a leading question.
Yeah,
or do you
this is a
say
very leading
F
question?
that?
I'm in court now. Yes, sir. Your Honor, I do indeed believe in ghosts.
I almost kicked out the chair from underneath me.
No,
a lot of
I'm,
judges do.
I'm definitely someone who like feels like presences and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe it's like coming from like a religious background. I feel like I meet a couple people who have that sense. My stories aren't that crazy though, but I have stuff like when I was younger in my house in Florida, which I still have, which is crazy. Like a little girl. There's like this one little girl that is in the house and like she like leaves marks on the door and stuff. And I would be getting in trouble by my mom. And I'd be like, Mom, I didn't do it. It's not me. And she's like, F you mean? It's just me and my little
Right,
mom.
like,
it's just me and my mom.
It has to be you,
Somebody.
and you're like, Mom,
and it's like at a
not.
level, like I know I'm a small little bean, but like this is like a little, like a young little
Yeah.
girl, like a mark. Like I don't want to say it's blood, but it happened to be red, so that made it scarier.
Yeah.
On like my doors and stuff like
Whew,
that.
that gives me the heebie-jeebies.
It's
Woof.
freaky. I know, but we stopped. We were talking about it before. How like Trevor, you said like you're not supposed to like talk to.
Yeah.
Never.
The
You never know
ghosts
what
and
the
stuff.
real identity is.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a mistake. But
Yeah.
I mean, not me, but
Sometimes
my
you
mom is that person. Like she's got a lot going on with her, right? So she's someone who will walk around and be like, okay, this is funny, you can stop now. And it doesn't stop or it happens more, so.
Yep.
that's the
You're
one
feeding
thing you
it.
never
Yeah.
You don't ever say like, okay, I get it. You know, like if you could just stop, you say, cut that shit out. Get out of my
You
house.
tell him, you reprimand
Yeah,
the ghost.
you reprimand
like, no,
him.
this
Yeah.
is my place.
Yeah.
the only time I did that that's when everything flew off my wall. So
You can either piss them off.
It'd be one of the-
Well, you see, here's the thing. I don't like. It just depends what you believe, right? Like I think spirits and ghosts and demons are all different things, right?
Sure.
Probably.
If you're fucking with a demon, it's not gonna care.
The demon's gonna
No,
laugh at you.
it's not a
demons
good
are
one.
angry,
Yeah.
right? And then if it's like a spirit, you're like, yeah, hey, fuck off. I'm like, okay, maybe I should have
Ma-
stopped.
They're bored. They're in this
bad.
like
Yeah,
echo
yeah.
plane. They just want
Exactly.
a little attention. Like,
Exactly.
they want to have some fun.
Dude, I imagine it's like
Needy little
there's some that are more conscious than others, and there's others that are just like, I'm confused. Fuck this
Right.
chair.
I just
Like,
went through the veil.
Some of them are just cats.
All cats go to heaven. I don't know. That's not how it goes.
All cats go to hell. They guard the place.
I so badly want to find like a caveman ghost.
Oh yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Onga Batonga.
right.
Like,
Maybe that's what we think
that's
of
the
poltergeist.
EVP.
It's just the like Aboriginal or like Neanderthalic humanoid, like ancient humans going, "What is this?" And they open up
they
the
open up
cabinet
the
and they go,
cabinet.
"I guess." Whatever, and then they leave,
And then
but the
we-
cabinets are open. Like
Right.
everything
And
in
then
the
it starts
kitchen's
stacking
open.
the chairs. It's like, oh, pretty.
Yeah, maybe that's what that is.
where it's like, oh, I
Rock.
stacked these. Much glory.
Like,
They're just curious. They're just curious.
Yeah, you're right though. Logically speaking, if there is an afterlife or some form of spiritual realm overlying ours, why is it that it's just modern history that
Right.
shows up in the spectral realm and not, way further
Like, is there a
back?
time where they leave? Like, is there a point where
Yeah.
they like
They-
cycle through?
Well,
Like,
maybe the energy
is it
dissipates.
Coco
They
vibes?
die.
Like, well, because
Like,
like
they die again.
in
Oh, they
Coco
get
the
reaped.
movie, if no one remembers the ghost,
That could happen.
I mean,
Or-
it could be,
Maybe
no.
it's
He's just
because-
like really behind. He's like this guy from 1890. I'll get to him next week. I got like a family of 4 that's dying tomorrow. Like it's shit like that. Yeah.
Maybe it's because people worship those spirits before. All right, now we're in modern times. Now it's like, okay, I don't do that anymore. So now it's viewed as a scary thing.
So it's like Thor, but now
Yeah.
because no one believes in him, he's
Yeah,
just
so, like,
knocking around the pantry.
If Thor came around and lightning came striking through your house, it's not like, oh, I've been visited by the gods. It's, oh fuck, my house just blew up.
You see that post the other day where someone's toilet got struck by lightning? It like punched through the roof of their house, through the ceiling, and exploded their
Really
toilet.
explosive shit.
That was
It's a very
that was
explosive shit.
almost the origin story for the shittiest superhero. That close.
That is one reason to call out of work.
I would be like, listen,
my
you're
toilet's
never gonna
fine.
believe what
I blew
fucking
up my
happened,
toilet, and I
okay?
mean, I really
I
blew up
really
my
did.
toilet. It was bad. It was bad.
I would have felt I'm never pooping again. I'm sorry. I don't care about my. I'm good.
I think about like there's those people that like when a snake gets loose in like the sewer or something, they're like, it's gonna come up through the toilet.
Matt, you
and
say
kill
that like
us
it
all."
doesn't happen.
Right.
It can't happen.
As a Floridian, there have been many amphibians coming up said toilets.
And then you move to New York where it also somehow happens.
Yes.
From
But
one
it's just
environment to the
rats.
next, you just got
It's
things
just
swimming in your
rats.
pipes.
You gotta close the lid, bro. That's why you always have to close the lid.
Oh, yeah,
Just to
exactly.
be
Always
safe,
close.
because you don't want the snake or frog
Dude.
toad
If you-
getting out.
Oh, so amphibians and rats are like vampires, where if you leave the lid open, it's like an open invitation.
Yes.
But if you close the lid, it's not invited. It's not allowed.
It's
It's
not
like
allowed
saying
to come in.
goodbye to the
States.
Ouija board.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't
you do-
fuck
you
with Ouija
do-
boards.
Yeah, that's
Oh
something
my
I've never done.
god.
Oh, you
Holy
found it.
shit.
Look,
Holy
I'm telling
mother
you.
of God. Okay,
That went through
I'm not
the
gonna
wall.
lie. I was
That's from
expecting a larger
Xerox
toilet.
_NFT.
Oh, look, all I'm gonna say is that person had a lot of charcoal to eat. If that's what their shit.
You think they were they
The
were
That's the
whole
shit.
basin is gone.
Wait,
my
what if it
dude.
was the people in the floor above them? They,
Oh
they
my
shit out
Holy
the
cow!
lightning.
Like y'all need to see this image. Y'all
living
need
in
to
the
look
world of
this
the
up.
boys
Hit
right
their
now, where
toilet, too.
superheroes are just living around us.
Is that a hole?
Do you think you could? Yeah, the lightning came through.
Hold
Do you
through
think
the
you
roof.
call a plumber in and then you point to the bottom of it that's still holding a little bit of water and you're like, do you think it'll still
think-
work? Like, what's the cost going to be like on
Yeah.
this? Maybe just polish out some of that burn and then we're like,
call a plumber. It's like, hey, I think I need a new
They need
wax
to
ring.
mop.
Just one big enough to seal up the hole. I don't know what's going on with it.
Oh my God! You come over, he's peeing in the top part of the toilet.
yeah,
The only
upper
part that
decker.
works.
Wait, where would it? I guess it would pour out the back of the seat part if
Maybe.
you flushed.
Yeah, but maybe there's direct access to now the pipe that's going in the ground. So you just pee directly
pee
into the
through
pipe.
it.
Right.
And
Like a
there's no
catheter,
bowl
you know?
anymore.
Yeah, it's like
just
you gotta be accurate.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
drainage.
You're basically playing a game every time you go to the
It's a
bathroom.
joystick.
Yeah, That's,
I miss
that's the
every
silver
time.
lining. Yeah, my toilet's been electrocuted to death, but now I got a fun game.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
It might have been a holy shit.
Yeah, it could have been.
It was at least smitten.
I sanctify this poop. Thou has shitted.
It's one of those
the cleanest shit I've ever
One of those
seen.
shits that you bend over and grab your ankles and you pray to God. You're
Bro,
like,
what
"Please,
the hell?
please
pray.
help, release
I
the
don't think
demons
I've
from
ever-
inside."
Lord, help me.
Oh, you never had. Oh,
No, I've never bent over, grabbed my ankles, and prayed.
Let it come through me in one piece.
Let it work through me.
You gotta stare at the ground. You can't look up.
Why? Because it'll stay stuck.
It'll stay stuck. You've got to channel all your momentum
It's like you're
downwards.
powering up for Super Saiyan or something.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes, indeed.
And you hear like the music in the background, like.
I hate to bring out the chat again. Could we remove the pop-up from the chat so we can see them? Thank you very much.
people like ghosts, but ghosts don't like people.
It was a shirt, a funhouse shirt.
Maybe that's the problem. Is some people or some ghosts do like people. Like,
Yeah,
they just
some
wanna
ghosts like
them.
people.
Like,
some
people's
ghosts hate
pets?
people.
I've only ever had bad experiences with shit like that.
Okay.
So,
I have had like a few okay.
sleep paralysis.
I think mine were neutral.
Yeah, you
the
mentioned
reason why-
that. You
Okay,
mentioned
so
that.
I've had. Okay, so I do not care if you believe in it or not.
Dude.
It happens. I lived with sleep paralysis for like every night of my life
That's
for
no
like
joke.
4 years, like straight.
Yo.
And no sleep. It was always horrifying. And there was one time that like this is how I knew I wasn't like you know people think, oh, you're just dreaming or like
Right.
you're caught in a really weird dream state or whatever. There was one point in my life. This was like probably 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. I was living in an apartment where it was a 1-bedroom apartment, and I don't know if you guys ever had this, but there's like, you guys ever in like living rooms? There's like a whole wall where it's a mirror. You guys ever?
That's a
seen
very.
like that?
It's like I've seen that only in like specifically, oddly enough, Florida houses that my family's rented for vacation or
Yeah.
condos or whatever.
Yeah, that's what this apartment was, and like at the time, like me and my
Wicker
mom lived
furniture.
together. She was in the bedroom, I was in the living room. And I was like, where I would sleep was like right by the balcony door or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was this mirror wall, and I had sleep paralysis, and I heard and felt something breathing against me,
Yeah.
and I could see in the mirror. Because of the way I was like sleeping, it's like my eyes were facing the mirror. I could see in the mirror something standing there. And then
Could you not turn your head?
I just can't move. And then it started fucking. It ran away on all fours. The fucking blinds of the thing were swinging. It slammed the hallway door
Yeah.
and the bathroom door. And I was on FaceTime with someone at the time, like like with the relationship I was in. We were on FaceTime.
And y'all fell
And
asleep
I fell
on
asleep
FaceTime or
on
whatever.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
And she woke up and she was like, "What the fuck was that?" And my mom came running out. She was like, "Did you just slam all the like? What did you do?" And like the bathroom window was open. The blinds were fucking like crooked and swinging. And it just sounded like a bomb went off. It slammed the door so loud. And that's when I was like, "I'm not crazy. It happens.
Yeah.
Demons are real.
Yeah.
That shit's scary."
Right there with you, buddy.
On Neon
That's-
Nights, 10 out of 10, so excited breathing into a bag over Halloween red web. Thank you so much. Some levity, much needed levity. I have a news story from last night in that arena, but I need to hear Matt's story about this.
Man, I've got a lot of shit.
Oh God, Matt,
Because,
no.
like, one of the first things that like made me realize like I just needed to do something at night was sleep paralysis because
Fucking
You guys
happened,
installed a new fear in my OS.
dude. It's rough. Figuring out it was like the same or like was like kind of like a real thing was basically the same way where like
Yeah.
my sister was staying in the house with me that weekend and like all the doors open and shit like that and over time I like kind of like got more used to it.
Sure.
And like pushed through a little bit where like I got where I could move, but it was very like
It's very slow.
Pain.
It
Slow.
hurts and it's super slow.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it just feels like you're
Dude,
fighting.
okay.
against yourself.
I got to that and finally like it just fucking got in my face, screamed, and I like went like "Ugh,"
And then you wake up.
and I woke up and it was like exactly
Yeah.
right there.
No, dude.
I thought I kicked it for a while, and I would have like vivid like dreams where it was like I was living like tons of time. I had one like 3 months ago where I lived like a week, and then just woke up and I was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
I
Those
had
vivid, like, lucid dreams.
Yeah, like lucid dreams and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I had a dream one time where it was like a month of time, and like I was just like, I woke up in the dream, went and got some breakfast, said hello to my grandmother, and the fucking thing was sitting at my goddamn kitchen table.
Some
Hey,
insidious stuff,
it's just
dude.
eating a meal.
Yeah, and it was like so much time had passed, I'd forgotten about it.
Dude,
Yeah.
that
And I was
sucks.
like, what the fuck? And yeah,
Ugh.
that happened like up to me moving here.
Dude, that's
Like, in
nutty.
In my first
I'm
apartment.
glad you're not in that house anymore.
Oh yeah, no, like I think whatever was in that house followed me a bit, and then it gave up after because it was like Texas is too hot. I gotta get out of here. Like,
Yeah, my
Imagine
first
once I'm
house when I
strong
moved to
enough.
Colorado was 100% haunted. And it was weird because I had slept in a bedroom that had this, I guess it was more like an office. So it had like this big cutout on the wall that was just like, it's basically like a half wall and then it looks over into the living room.
Oh, like a loft type situation.
Yeah, like a loft type situation.
Okay.
And like at night you would hear cabinets slam, you would hear fucking running. And like I could hear it because I had half a wall.
Right.
And
My house giggles when it settles. It's just,
Oh, yeah.
it's just settling. just settling.
yeah, my sister used to sleepwalk all the time. She used to scare the shit out of me.
Yo.
dude.
Sometimes I'd be sitting in the living room watching TV, and I don't even hear her come down the stairs, and she's standing. She used
Dude, why
she
are
used
people
to stand.
so creepy when they sleepwalk?
She'd just stand and like stare at me, and then holy fuck, dude, that shit was so scary. That was so scary. And then my mom would be like, yeah, just don't wake her up, just tell her to go back. I'm like, I'm not talking to my sister.
I'm
right
not
now, okay?
speaking.
Yeah.
That's not
That's
my
a
sister.
demon.
That's not my sister.
Yeah, demon.
That's someone.
I don't know her. I don't know her.
Yeah.
Beelzebub, I'm good.
Lucifer, please forgive
Please.
me. I don't know what I've done to upset
I
you,
didn't
but go
mean,
away.
I didn't mean to eat all the cookies. I swear.
I
came for Oreos.
Yeah, sleepwalking is, I think, scary
That's
when
the
you're on the
scarier.
other side of experiencing. When other people are
Oh
sleepwalking,
yeah.
you're like,
Thankfully, I was the one being taken, and I was the one doing it when I was a kid.
Thankfully
I've
you're
got-
being taken?
Well, I didn't have to witness it happening.
Oh,
I
you
was
were
just
just being
partying.
embodied by a demon.
Maybe.
While you were asleep.
Hey, all right.
kind of like what happened in Jonah Hill, and this is the end.
Yeah, what? Oh yeah. Dude, so real quick, lucid dreaming is awesome. I tried to go for it when I was a kid, and then I learned about sleep paralysis, and I was kind of like,
So are they like in the
great
same
when you
spectrum?
can get in. Terrible.
yes, they
yeah.
tend to go hand in hand because sleep paralysis, and forgive me if I get this wrong, to my understanding, is essentially a lucid dream, but your eyes are awake, but your body's still asleep. Because when you go to sleep, whenever if you've ever woken up and you've jumped, that's your body kind of like going through the sleep paralysis phase where your body kind of locks off itself so you don't end up thrashing around and acting out your dreams. And if your mind wakes up just enough to be like mentally awake, but your body's still asleep, you'll be stuck. And so that tends to be very highly associated with lucid dreaming, which is being awake in your dream and controlling your dream.
Dream walking.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's great when you can get it to work. Terrible
Oh
when,
yeah,
like the
you
demon
can
thing.
fly and
Well,
like.
it's crazy. Like you can get it to work. Like I either I'm awake or I'm dead. Like there's no in between. Like, I don't have a.
Basically, for me now, I either lucid dream or I don't.
Okay.
Like, and occasionally, hasn't happened for like many, many months, but occasionally, like a demon will sneak in.
Ugh.
You know.
You know what? He's getting your going way
It's
down.
like, oh, hello,
He's listening
Mr.
right now.
Rag.
It's like years of time will go by. And,
He's
and
at the
then,
forefront of your cerebellum, and he's
Yeah.
listening to what you're saying right now. He's like,
he'll just be
his
like,
guard is down
Bro, honestly,
tonight.
you should cleanse
just
tonight.
checking
You should
in.
cleanse tonight.
Yo, we
Talked
should
about
get
it too much.
I
cleansed.
take a shower every day.
We should cleanse
yes,
together.
you should for sure get
Dude,
cleansed.
no
holy
joke
water.
though. I'm not trying to spoil everything because I talk about it in the podcast for the Red Web episode, but like there was some wild things like personally that led into it. Like I experienced some weird stuff physically, personally, that then emulated one of the stories I then read about that happened
After?
at that place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then afterwards. One of the dreams I had, I was talking to Kai because she's like, "You have any nightmares or anything?" I was like, "Dude, actually, like when I got home and finally like was able to sleep and I took a quick nap, I was back in the place. I was investigating with Fredo, and he was walking along this way, and it was like exactly a thing that happened, except I now had a filter removed where I could see everything else.
Everybody's.
Yeah, and there was this like very haunting presence,
sitting here.
like an effeminate patient presence that was
Okay.
following right behind him with very disheveled like
Oh, no.
hair and like it was just very creepy and sinister looking,
sorry.
just following him. And I'm like, it was like the same memory of something that actually happened, but now I could see this entity present in that moment too.
Yeah, sorry,
And
I
I
was
woke
tagging.
up going, sorry, what?
I was tagging along.
It was just.
I was just there, yeah.
We have a shaman in chat. If you guys could just come here real quick, please save us before
Yeah,
Trevor,
we need
Trevor
the whole
curses
premise
the
then-
entire
cleanse.
fucking company.
Then, and I can say this because this wasn't in the content or in the podcast, but like last night, I think I had the closest to sleep paralysis I've ever had. Like I've had vivid, lucid dreams. Like I've even had dreams within dreams where I wake up and I'm still
I
sleeping.
have that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
I've had
crazy,
that
huh?
before.
And I went, oh, Inception. And then I got so excited I woke up. But last night,
I wasted
Sorry, my bad. I was trying to plan that idea.
I'm sorry.
I wonder what the idea was.
Didn't put you under.
But last night, it was weird. So I was sleeping, and in my dream, I was also sleeping, but I was like laying down, but I felt something on my back. So I felt what my real awake self was feeling, where the comforter was just kind of across the small of my back,
Right.
which normally I like it to be up around my shoulders so I don't feel like all exposed and chilly or whatever. I don't know, it's just a comfort thing. And I felt it across my back, and I was like, that's weird, I should fix that. And I couldn't move. And I couldn't tell if I was awake or asleep because
Yeah.
both were the same exact situation. So I was in a weird space, and I couldn't move. And then I felt like a movement up my back. And I was like, now that's wrong. Am I?
That is
And I
not
was like, am I
correct.
experiencing sleep paralysis? Instantly, because I was like this, just laying. Instantly, I was like, I need to move now and investigate that.
Right.
And like this ear that was facing up just went mute. Like I couldn't hear anything out of it. Like something covered it or
Oh my
like messed with it or put something in it.
Just took out your cloak. Yes.
And then you guys were just talking about it. I was like, I need to turn over now. Like I'm
gotta
freaking
move,
out.
yeah.
And so like I can tell I'm whimpering, or maybe if somebody was awake, they probably could hear me going
Yeah.
like muffled,
Yeah.
like. And so then like, again, I couldn't tell if it was in the real life or in the dream.
Right.
But I turned, like suddenly I went like this much, just that, like 5 degrees turned, and I was like, why am I still like stuck? And then finally I'm like concentrate, and like finally I was able to just push through it and turn over, and then I woke up and I'm on my back and I was like.
yeah, that's
You're
freaky.
like terrified.
And I was just like, what was that? Like, and so to reset my brain, I just go to get up, go to the bathroom to exit the scene and just
Exit the
shift,
scene. I
just
love it. I love
shift
it.
my frame of mind and then come back. And then I just kind of like rip the the comforter back up.
You're like,
so I
I'm-
could
I'm safe.
like, give me this. And then I went back to sleep and it was all fine. But like, there's just like too much, I don't know. I don't mean to hype it up too much. I don't mean to be too silly about this if you don't believe in all this, because I understand that. But this particular like ghost investigation has been very strange. Very strange. That's all I'll say about that.
Hey, it's me, Joe. September has us extremely excited, and that's making us feel extra generous. Rooster Teeth is offering our biggest discount ever on 1-year first memberships. We're dropping the price by $15, which means you can now have a year of first for $45. This is just in time to watch gems like Uno Infinite, Survive Block Island Meltdown, and the Ruby Ice Queendom dubbed episodes. This great deal will also last through the celebration of our 20th anniversary in 2023, where we have lots of fun surprises planned. This is a limited time offer, so take advantage now and go to roosterteeth.com/signup and use code FIRST45 to sign up for 1 year of a first membership for a crazy low price. This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. If you're like us and seem to always be busy, HelloFresh Meals got you covered with a weekly selection of 30-plus recipes and 70-plus convenience items, all delivered to your door. And you can easily customize your meals by swapping proteins or sides, upgrading to your choice proteins, or even adding protein to a veggie meal. It's super simple, you just pick your preferences, and HelloFresh populates a variety of selections for you to choose from. You can even shop the HelloFresh Market, where you can add breakfast, wholesome snacks, and even dessert items. I mean, what's not to like? Michael talks about HelloFresh all the time, and he should be the one doing this ad, but I'm doing it, and if he says it's great, then hey, it's amazing. So make sure you guys go to HelloFresh and get some stuff like me and Michael. Go to HelloFresh.com/offtopic65 and use code offtopic65 for 65% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/offtopic65 with code offtopic65 for 65% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
We might need to get him blessed.
I'm thinking, can
And we got
company,
a priest
since
on
you
the
went
go.
there under company terms, can the company pay for a
I
shaman
need insurance
or something?
comp.
Yeah.
Can I get one of those like?
Can we get spirit insurance?
Yes.
Spirit insurance.
Like in science classrooms where they have the emergency like chemical
Yeah.
shower.
Yeah.
Like, can I get that but with a cleansing?
Yeah.
Like Matt and I
Holy
will
water.
stand under that. Yeah,
Holy water.
Salt.
But then Trevor starts screaming and everything.
my skin starts bubbling.
I'm just sitting there bubbling like, this is how it's supposed to be.
Looking like I opened the Ark of the Covenant.
You get used to it. After
Yeah,
5 years.
after like
You
a
see
while,
it all
you're
the
just
time.
like, whatever, man. It's gonna happen.
Oh man.
We are heading into October though.
Yeah.
So this is the time to be
To be
feeling
haunted.
it.
It's true.
You know?
Well,
I'm so excited.
say-
I love October. It's my favorite month.
is Halloween like your favorite
I love
holiday?
I love horror movies.
Holiday.
I love indulging in the unknown. I mean, that's why I have the fucking podcast. But like, it's also maybe not in Texas, but in the Midwest, perfect weather.
Oh, yes.
Love the leaves changing. Love that crisp autumn air, which just a touch cold. You can layer, which layering just
Yes.
stylistically looks nicer to me, in my opinion.
That's what I miss about Colorado are the fucking fall leaves.
Yeah.
Like the nature that's out there. It's
Yeah.
so gorgeous. The weather's like just right. It's not super hot, not super cold. Oh, I miss it. Bring me back. Trevor, let me go. Trevor, let me go.
Let me free.
Go to Colorado, Joe. Bye.
For how long?
I don't know. You're asking.
You're the one who wants
Am
to
I
go to
still-
Colorado.
This man wants to go on a
Can I-
vacation, and he's like,
Can I still be a part of Achievement Hunter?
"Wait, you want to live in Colorado?"
Yeah.
He wants to keep his.
Trevor got so sad. He's like, no, don't leave me, baby.
Don't leave. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm trying to mimic a catfish so he'd like leave faster.
Yeah, just scare
They
him out.
scare him, yeah.
No, they don't quiver. Okay,
They
they're
don't
too
quiver?
strong of powerful creatures
You
to
don't
quiver
think
their lips.
you don't think they're quivering to fool you? They're
No.
so intelligent and wise.
No, they don't need to trick you. That's how
They just
strong they
consume
are.
it.
That's how scary they
Does
are.
Godzilla trick
just
the people it eats? No, okay? It just shows up in
I'm gonna say it's gonna be pretty hard for Godzilla to trick somebody. Like a giant fucking lizard, like, don't worry, I'm peaceful. Like,
Guys, you nice.
Oh, it's another Godzilla.
the last Godzilla,
monster.
last
Giant
Godzilla
catfish with
fucked
legs.
things up.
What it
Not
would be?
me.
It would be this epic shot. Oh my God, it's a catfish! But then the camera goes, pans out, and it's like 3 feet tall. So it just kicks it.
Kind of like what they did for Jackass, the new Jackass. movie.
No. Have you seen the new Jackass?
I
Jackass
know,
Forever.
I know.
Okay, yeah, don't watch it.
It opens. Have you seen any of them, BK?
Yeah.
It opens up.
I've only heard of said butt
Listen,
explosion.
It's not
That's all I know.
Godzilla. Cockzilla.
Oh my God. It's the giant dick in the sky.
They're obsessed with starting on Chris Pontius's whole package.
Yeah.
Every Jackass starts out with some penile stunt.
Yeah.
And
It's true.
Well,
It's kind
let's
of a
just
staple
say
at this
let's just say it has a certain type of fire-breathing attack that's not very fiery. It's very wet. It's like a water breath.
it's a water monster.
It's a water monster.
It's a water dragon.
And it's a very special type of water.
It's a PG-13
Okay.
monster.
Thanks, Matt.
I don't know.
in
Sorry.
case you weren't piecing it
Yeah,
up.
See the rapids, the whitewater rapids and the mountains? That's what that water looks like.
Oh, the mountains.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
I was doing like a young child describing the scene. Well, then the monster came out and spit all over the people.
This voice. I can't. Well, then you speak.
It's like my normal voice, but with the intonation of
like a kid,
a
like a
3-year-old.
Yeah, like a 3-year-old.
I love those kids that do like those kind of interviews. Like one recently that blew up was the I Love Corn.
Oh my
kid.
God.
He's
adorable.
so cute.
Yeah.
I love that song though.
Yeah, there is a song.
corn.
Oh, I must have heard that.
lump of knobs. It
Okay.
has a juice.
Hey.
It has a juice.
Hey. That was beautiful.
I guess I have.
That was beautiful. That was actually amazing.
He actually just played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the one that. Oh, I shouldn't say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, don't false
Disregard it.
Okay.
Cut. Beep.
Yeah, the first, there's a couple of interviews like that. There's like the long time ago, like, I like turtles.
Yeah,
like, there's
I like
that
turtles
kid.
with
That apparently
There-
did.
Yeah, there's the apparently my grandfather likes to play the Powerball, and apparently I've never been on a live television show before. It's adorable.
Yeah.
Blow up.
Right?
What a glow up. Wait, is he somewhere else?
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's
the apparently
me.
kid.
Apparently, I'm the apparently kid. And apparently, I aged 20 years in the last 3 years. And apparently,
Oh God.
I wonder if that kid still likes turtles.
oh, he
Probably,
hates
yeah.
them.
Honestly, I probably would hate turtles.
Do you think turtles
I'd be
wronged him?
Damn it, turtles! Look what you've done to me.
Oh, you're,
all your
you're a
fault.
great
Your fault.
zombie.
That's what kids usually are, though. It's like you either grow up actually still loving the thing that you loved as a kid, or you end up hating it and going the opposite way.
Do you have anything like that?
Me?
Anything that you hate that you loved as a kid?
So many things, Trevor.
That pause
Where
had me
do I
really
begin?
feeling.
It's
I went,
food a
dang.
lot.
Hope. Hope might be one of them.
You hate hope.
You had
I think
hope,
it's.
but you
I think
hated
it's one
hope.
He must
used
hate
to-
the Star
you used to
Wars
have it,
franchise.
You don't anymore.
Sorry.
I got a new one. I think I gotta get a new one.
I hate the anime.
What was wrong with the old one? Yeah, I mean, like, well, this is a bad example because, like, you know, sometimes people have bad experiences with food and it turns them
Sure.
off of that forever. Apparently, before I can remember, which is still true to this day, baby, I love myself some grapes. And my parents went out on a nice little date night, and I had a babysitter over. And of course, you know, Mom washes the grapes, puts them all in like a nice big plastic
Right.
bowl, and so I'm like, I'm ready to
Going
go.
to town.
Take the whole thing out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I must be just pounding these grapes, just putting them away like,
Oh my
like a
gosh.
squirrel for
Like
storage.
Kirby just-
Like the winter's coming. Yeah, like Kirby.
right.
And so anyway, I'm putting them away, and apparently,
He's stuck on apparently now.
they all came back. You know, they wanted to
God.
visit. They wanted to say hi again because I
God.
put the whole
Right back
bowl
into the-
down. I don't know.
Oh,
I think I put
man.
them all back on the couch.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that was,
Two then?
and I'm glad because grapes rock, and I would have been so upset if I lost my love for grapes. But maybe that's why I've got an affinity for red grapes now
Not
over the green grapes.
ones.
I love the green ones, but it was the green ones. But the red ones, I think I
me
went from
with
sour
the-
to sweet.
Yeah.
It's because of the acidity in the grape, right?
Probably.
Like in the
Just if you
green grape.
eat that many, it's gonna, yeah.
I had the
true.
same
Gonna upset
deal
your tummy.
with puffy Cheetos. That happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
I ate like 2 whole bags of puffy Cheetos. And
Individual sized or family sized?
family size.
Goodness.
Puffy Cheetos.
I'm
bro.
so proud of you
when
right
I
now.
tell you, I'm sitting there like I just did a line of Cheetos, like dusted.
You were crushing up Cheetos,
was-
fucking cutting it with a credit card, and grabbing a
All of my
fucking
hits,
roll of $100 bill, going.
puffed and puffs, man. Like I was in it, and
gotta
then
puff them
in the middle of the night, and I have not had a puffy
Sad.
Cheeto since.
Did it come out as dusty as it went in?
Oh, soggy
Or
dust.
pasted?
It was more of a paste. Yeah. It
Did
was,
you reform
Oh.
it into one big Cheeto?
No. It was-
Cheetos rock though, dude.
They're good.
Oh,
I had a flaming hot Cheeto like for the first time a couple like weeks ago. I think it was for the Uno stream. It's the first time I've eaten Cheetos
really?
since I was like 4 years old.
Oh man.
I had the same thing with eggs.
Oh.
I used to eat a ton of hard-boiled eggs when I was a kid, like way too many
With the shell.
Yeah.
with the
The
shell.
whole shell.
But like,
my.
like,
It's
I
like
don't
Rings
know.
of power with the snail.
Yeah. Crunch is the
Hey,
best
the
part of
egg,
eggs,
the eggshell's
you know?
healthy for you. It's got some nutrients in it.
Okay.
It's got something in
It
it.
might hurt my mouth, but
I guess.
saying.
Yeah.
get stuck between my teeth.
Actually, that's where that
Cut
came
your-
from. I thought I conjured that out of nowhere. You did do that on Egg Jeopardy.
Yeah, I did eat the whole.
You ate a hard-boiled egg with the shell
Yeah.
on it. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Tell
No
your story.
hesitation.
Your story.
I did it.
It makes sense.
What is it, like maybe 3 times, I think, in Egg Jeopardy? I just
Yeah.
grabbed it and I just kept eating it. I just kept eating it with the shell on. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I can't eat too many eggs now. I feel like I'm gonna puke. Because it's just, you know, when you eat so much of one thing. I think at
feel
one
that.
point when
Yeah.
I was like maybe 10 years old, there was one day where I'd eaten probably like 2 dozen hard-boiled eggs.
Okay, that's
That's
okay.
a lot.
All right,
Said
Rocky.
2 and then said dozen. And
Right.
I went, oh.
Those don't belong together for any food.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was a very liquidy day.
Ew.
Sweating a lot, I see.
Yes,
Yeah.
profusely.
I thought I'd have that with popcorn because, like, I fucking love popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
To
Good
this
stuff.
day, I'll eat that shit for forever.
He eats shit.
Yeah, the holy shit.
The laugh. Popcorn's great.
Yeah, but my grandpa, he took me to a movie and he was
Okay.
like, "We'll get the extra large popcorn."
The big
I was
boy.
like, okay, cool. Yay, grandpa, you love me. I thought we were gonna share it.
It was for him.
It was for me. And I was like a wee lad of like 8.
A wee lad.
I'm
Like
like,
fit in
Where
the
the
bucket.
yeah, it's like I
Fit
could
into my
like
head.
literally.
Came in.
It was like most of my body, and I'm like,
Oh my God.
okay, and I ate all of it.
No!
And he was just like, that's all for you, grandson. I love you. And then I ate all of it. I get home and my mom's like, we're having spaghetti. Eat your dinner. We're having spaghetti. You love spaghetti.
You can't
and I
leave
was
the
like,
table till you
I don't want any of this damn spaghetti.
She's like, but I got you an extra large, just for you.
She sat there and made me eat the spaghetti.
Oh, the worst.
And I haven't really had spaghetti since then.
They're parents of their generation. You better eat what's on your plate.
Exactly. You gotta eat what's on your plate.
Yeah.
You can't get up until the plate's finished.
Dude,
That's
Yeah.
the worst.
And you know what? I did get up because they were like, stop puking on the table.
Oh
Oh, the reveal. Oh, no.
If you play hardball, they'll let you leave.
Oh, man, that's some hardball right
It's
there.
hardball. Went to a movie though, like 2 days later though. Had a lot of popcorn. It's good stuff.
no.
You
went
just
back?
came down from
You
it.
just-
I did
More
not lose the
popcorn.
popcorn love. I lost the spaghetti love.
Oh.
I've quit having spaghetti. But,
Damn, spaghetti
you know.
was caught in the crossfire
It's
because the
spaghetti-
popcorn
spaghetti
was
took
the
the-
culprit. but-
Right.
Yeah, spaghetti took the bullet for popcorn.
Totally. You actually dodged a bullet with that one. That would be
did.
unfortunate. Like
I mean-
spaghetti, you can like avoid. Popcorn, it's everywhere,
hard to
bro.
avoid
That's hard to
popcorn.
avoid popcorn.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I don't know about you guys. Like, popcorn smells nice, but sometimes you go to the theaters, it's just like you get hit in the face with so much butter that it just smells like funky.
You can't. You
smells
can't.
like-
You're
can't.
telling a black person
pizza.
too much butter is too much. Like that is like my home. I walk in and go.
See, but
Yes.
it's not. It's like real butter, right? Like
Sure,
it's
sure.
cooked is different than the popcorn
I
butter.
say I
that
love it all.
comes-
Any type of butter. Butter
I
get
can't
salt,
do it.
salt. Season salt on the butter. Layers. I tell them don't fill it up all the way. Hold on. Let me come right back. Let me go. And I just press the button and let it.
You, like,
jizz
stare
all
at 'em
over.
while you're,
Yeah,
like-
yeah. And then I go, okay, put more back on. And then go, okay, stop. Let me finish it off.
BK, is
Wait,
your
why do you
blood-
have to
You
butter
shake
it?
it
They
up.
should be able to. They
No,
have the thing
they
back
got the
there.
self-dispense butters.
Self-dispense butters.
And then if you let them do it, they're all like, stingy. No. I go fill it
Yeah.
halfway, put it, and then you gotta shake it. Like, just give it to me. Let me get back there.
Your
Let me
blood
get
must
back
be
there.
the consistency.
Can I
of
hop the
molten
counter?
lava.
I'm gonna hop the
Please,
counter.
let me hop the counter.
Well, I mean,
I got you.
You can still live like
You're
that.
not-
You
You're
can sludge on by. It's just fine. It's okay as long as it's still running just
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
bit.
Like, I imagine my blood was less sludge years ago. I gave up like athletic stuff too. That talking about stuff from childhood that we got rid of. I used to love that.
Oh, me too.
like
What happened?
being
like,
physical.
I
Fucked up
found
both
video
my
games.
ankles.
More
I feel
serious.
like that happens.
I had always known about
I-
them and played them, but then we took it to the next level.
I fractured my
Video
left
games.
ankle 3 times in the same
How is that
year in middle school.
possible? Like, are you just refracturing the fracture?
Yeah.
Okay,
Did a
so the
bad job
first
taking
time that
care
it
of it.
happened, it was a track accident.
Okay.
And then the second time that happened, I used to get bullied in high school. So the second time that happened was the bullies making fun of my ankle and then stepping on my ankle
Oh.
when it was rolled, like when it was on its side.
Rough.
And it
That's messed up.
didn't
Yeah.
break it, but I fractured it. And then the
Well,
third
that's
time,
the fracture is a
often-
break. Are you talking about like a severe sprain?
no, like I fractured.
Technically, it's like
technically.
a fracture isn't technically
split,
a break.
but
full
not a
break.
break.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not
Full
considered
break is
a
like
break.
snap.
Got
Yeah.
okay.
Versus
Got
fracture
you.
is like a-
because I fractured my elbow, and
Got
they basically
you.
were like, it would have been better if you broke it. 'Cause-
And so they brought out the
yeah,
hammer.
Yeah, and then like that. See, that's what sucks is because like I used to love sports,
Right.
and then now when I do sports as an adult, it's like, well, it just hurts.
yeah.
My ankles just hurt when I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
running around.
Do
and
they
doing
click
stuff.
when you go upstairs?
Oh yeah. My left
Start
ankle especially.
freaking when the weather's getting all.
Dude, I feel
cold and
so
rainy.
old sometimes.
Like, also, hold on,
Even though
my
I know I'm
ankle
young,
slips. Oh,
when
man, yeah, it's
cold
definitely
out,
gonna rain
'cause
tomorrow.
I've just had so much shit happen. I mean, let's be honest.
that sucks.
Let's be honest. I've had a lot of shit happen to my body, but I've also done a lot of irresponsible things.
Yeah.
Right.
So like when it gets cold, and I'm like walking around like this.
Right, you're like,
I'm oh fuck, it hurts. It's so sore. I feel like an old man.
You gotta get leg warmers.
I've done a bunch of shit like that, but like my body's also weird and gummy. Like I
do you
sit
mean by
like
that?
this. And I'm
I got-
like,
Whoa!
that's comfy.
Matt?
You know, or just like
I heard a
do
pop
this,
when you did
this,
that.
I did.
That's
It
like
sounded
a-
great.
And that felt great.
It did feel great.
Matt's like made out of Play-Doh.
I gotta.
Yeah.
Just
Can you,
can you do what he's doing with his arm?
I can
don't
just
know.
crack
I mean,
it
I can't just do it like,
How do you
but I
bend
can
it? How do
definitely
you-
like shove it up high.
How do you get
Like
your
this?
arm that
Like
high?
this?
Hold on, I gotta scratch the back of my
What
head.
the
Trevor,
fuck,
you
Matt?
wanna-
Like
you wanna
Look
this?
at
high five?
mine.
Oh yeah, let's high five from the back.
Like this? Can you put it around
I
like
can't.
that?
I know. I can't.
We're
we got
normal.
it.
We're normal.
Go like that.
I can't.
Oh my
it just
God.
hurts.
I can. I can
Yeah.
feel myself.
But like
Hurts.
my
Everything in my
legs,
body.
I call it the
shit like that
stranger.
too, and like all my different like digits and shit, and I don't feel anything.
That's a good
It's
party
cold
trick,
or
Matt.
anything like that.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay,
I can't.
alright.
Oh, okay, hold on.
While-
Trevor?
while
Now you gotta go top
bend
down
your
if you
finger.
have that active there, Brian.
What in the world, man?
Are you like quadruple? I don't want to see it.
I used to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's
How do you still do that?
it's double jointed, but I haven't like messed with it in a while.
That's where the demon lives,
Yeah.
right
Thank
there.
you,
in your
Brian.
thumb.
It's living in that cavity.
I got him trapped between 1 and 2 knuckles.
That's where he lives.
And then when Trevor wants to release it, he goes, "Don't make me release it."
Everyone back! Batman comes out.
The demon comes out. That sounds like a really good anime, but like a demon trapped within your like knuckle
Your thumb.
or your
Yeah.
thumb.
It's like
Let's write
My
it.
Hero
That's right.
Academia. And he's fucking
And he's like,
and then a fucking demon comes
comes
like,
out.
Oh, I didn't know what he looked like. Oh, he's terrifying. Oh.
oh my god, man. Oh, dude, I'm so excited. There's a lot of speaking of anime, there's so many good animes coming out. I don't know. I know you're a huge anime fan.
Yes.
Everyone else at the table, I'm not entirely sure. But
Casual
anime enjoyer. You're not like
I've hit the
hardcore?
basics, but I haven't
Yeah, no, this one
gone
is
into the
something
things I should go
It's a
into.
little
No, I'm
something.
casual.
Matt, actually,
Matt's
I
done.
don't know what kind of anime do you enjoy?
I mean, I kind of watch a bit of everything. I mean, I obviously haven't watched everything. But I'm not like turned off.
Okay, here we go. Matt's definition of everything though, because it holds up in video games. So is it the same definition? Because like.
Probably not.
Because
that
I'll say
same
like the
level.
randomest game, who like, yeah, I've played that, and like I swear to
Right.
God,
Matt's
I find out that he
played
played this game.
Everything.
It's not. That's not the same for anime.
Okay,
But
I just need to hear it for my.
I
for my
will
sake.
like. I've watched like Devilman Crybaby.
Heck yeah.
Like I fucking forgot the one. It was like just a bunch of penguins.
Happy Feet.
No.
No.
Club Penguin animated.
I mean, High School of the Dead. That's kind of out there, but
High School of the Dead is iconic because of the
it
jiggle
is.
physics.
Yes, absolutely. Death Note's like one of my favorite fucking
like Death
animes.
RP to the creator of High School of the Dead, though.
Yeah.
He passed away. It sucks. So we'll never actually get to see the end.
Oh, that's a bummer.
It's really good.
Are there like, and
Yeah.
I want to be sensitive to their, unfortunate end there, but like, are there notes or letters? Like, I know that that's a kind of
like
thing for
stuff
writers
afterwards,
that have
yeah.
like notes that have made it out there, so you can kind of get an inclination of the direction.
No.
That's a
Nothing
bummer.
for that one.
Yeah.
It's like him and his brother were doing it, and like,
School of the Dead came out a long time
It
ago.
did. I don't think that
That's
they're
sad.
gonna continue.
it's
But
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I finished, so it's okay.
That's good.
I finished. I'm super casual. I mean, I hit the big stuff like Attack on Titan, then I read the manga, and this was years ago. Like, so the show is now kind of way past up to where I was reading, but Death Note.
Heck yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff that's falling out of my mind right now. But there's a VTuber, Raven, who worked here at RT Animation. He's going to school right now in Japan. But anyway, they showed me a broad swath of like anime. Like one of the favorite things that I would do with them is like I'd come over for like Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, that's awesome.
We'd pick up like Taco Bell or something
yeah.
like crappy, and then we'd sit down and we'd watch the first episode of like 7 different shows.
Yeah, you gotta platter it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so one of the ones I really enjoyed, and I always forget, and he always reminds me.
You're right, you can
and
describe
hopefully
it. I got you.
Yeah. It is akin to Attack on Titan in the sense that there are these trains that go from city to city.
Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
Maybe where like the world is like taken over by zombies.
Yeah, Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
Okay.
It's also a movie. There's 2 movies in a series. Yeah, it's 100% that.
I think
he
I've
has like the glowing thing on his body, the greenish hair, whatever.
Yeah, and
Cool
so
weapons.
that one was really cool. I
It's
would,
really cool.
I would do the rest of them an injustice trying to describe them because it's been a while now. But I mean, My Hero is something that I like has been on the front of
radar?
my attention
Yeah.
for quite some time. It's just like, as you know, with like games or shows or whatever, it's like it's hard to find time to dedicate because I
Totally.
really want to dive into some
Especially
of
like
these.
sub stuff, because like you want to like watch subtitle stuff, so and then it's hard to find like, okay, is this a good anime to watch dubbed? Because then you can like do stuff.
Yeah.
That's my big problem. Like I prefer subs. I like being able to hear it, and I like the acting, the voice
Yes.
acting
Yeah.
more. But there are actually like really good dubs nowadays. So it's been nice to be like, okay, this is coming out. If I wait a week, it'll be dubbed now. It didn't used to be like that back in the day. You'd have to
Right.
wait years to get
Yeah.
it in English.
You-
Now you can get it within a week.
You get the Dragon Ball treatment where they've gotten a few more episodes. They go up through the Cell,
Yeah.
and now they're getting into the Majin Buu era, and then they go way back to Goku landing on the planet, and you gotta wait 3 more months. And I go, like,
It's normally not even like at a pinfull moment either. It's like
no, it's
Randomly,
random.
yeah.
And you're like, oh, Cell's about to die.
Chi-Chi.
Next week on Dragon Ball Z. Fuck you, we're going back.
it honestly feels like half time. Like Chi-Chi, what's for dinner? Find out next week on Dragon Balls, and then he just starts on the
Oh,
planet.
Dragon Ball's
did I-
fucking. Dragon Ball's dub is actually fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's
I-
good.
Yeah, like it is.
Like a lot of dub animes get shit, right? Because a lot of the times the casting it just feels like it doesn't fit because you've already seen the sub and you affiliate the voices with who they are. But like when I think about Dragon Ball, I don't think of the Japanese voice,
Right.
the old grandma,
Yeah.
the old little
Yeah,
lady. I associate like Goku's voice with the American dubbed voice actor. And I don't know, it's weird, right? Because like most people, especially for me, I love the sub more than dub.
Right.
But Dragon Ball's the one thing that like when you go to sub, it's like it feels weird.
Dragon Ball is why I have trouble doing the sub.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like you said, I'm kind of just like, man, I gotta do like 3 things
Right,
at once.
you wanna do
so
stuff,
I want to
yeah.
be able to hear it, and that's that. But because of like Dragon Ball's like obviously one of the first ones that I watched, I'm like, oh yeah, they're all good. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I definitely can't watch Death Note in Japanese. It has to be in English because I need to hear I take a potato chip and eat it.
I
Like, I have to
about
hear
to
that.
fucking
Yeah.
say
Like
that.
I have to hear that. Inuyasha, needed in dub.
Inuyasha's also another
I needed dub. And then Full Metal Alchemist, I think the dub is really awesome.
Have they done a dub for Brotherhood?
Yeah. Brotherhood is
So
dubbed.
they've
really good.
They've done that dub. It's so hard to find the last season of that dub.
It is.
Like, for whatever reason, they're like, all right, let's get to the key arc. Like, everything's coming to a head, and we'll put it somewhere, maybe? I don't know. Like, not where you've been
No, it had
watching
like a series. I hate this when this happens on multiple platforms. It happens on Hulu or Netflix where it's like, okay, there's 8 seasons of something. Okay, we're gonna have all 7. And it's not like it's outgoing. It's completed. It's 8 seasons. We only have 7, or we only have 2 and 4. There's like been so many animes
That bugs
random.
me when it does that. When it's
I'm like, are you kidding me? Just license the whole thing, or I don't want any of
Right.
it. Like, it's bull.
I understand that there's like nuance to business and
No.
stuff, but like it's not like Survivor where you can take 2 random seasons and be fine.
Right.
How does that happen?
I don't know. It's got to be like a legal thing.
like, Naruto is terrible about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like,
Dang.
I'm at a point in Shippuden where I'm like, fuck, the Great Ninja War. I want to watch this
No
shit
Great
and
Ninja War.
see how it goes. There's like 3 seasons of filler you could have just gotten rid of and put the war at the,
The
end.
right part,
But
yeah.
You didn't do that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's got to be a legal thing where they're like, listen,
Yeah, but-
you can't pay us enough to give us our final season. We know how bad you want it. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on
and
now.
then the
That's
companies
so
that-
weird.
But doesn't that also make the show like it disservices the viewers of? I mean, I don't
Sure,
know. It's
but
a
lot of-
delicate
it's-
balance.
it's a balance.
It's a
But
balance.
a lot of these are like shows that have been out for a while, which is why
okay.
it's weird to me. It's not like a show
Yeah.
that's like coming out right now, like Abbott Elementary or something where you're like, okay, cool, I've got the first season, second season isn't ready. I'm talking like something done. And they're like, yeah, we have seasons 3 and 4 and 7.
That's how it was for Bleach.
What?
Yeah,
and you're like, how do
Bleach
I
is
watch
really
this?
bad.
Yeah,
How that
Bleach
is.
was really hard because for a while it was only like the first like 50 episodes were on Netflix or something.
Yeah, and then you had to go-
eventually they added all of them, but that was like pretty recently.
Yeah.
Compared
And
to
then
how
they take
long
them
it was.
away.
And then they take them away.
And you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Hulu's like, hello.
But Bleach is coming back.
Just wait.
We heard.
Like,
Can
oh,
I interest
yeah?
you in?
Such a weird thing, too.
Anime?
I remember.
Well, we got it.
I remember like every Saturday, I think it was like Toonami. I would go.
Heck yeah.
I'd be like, gotta go home.
Every day,
Yeah,
Toonami.
it's true, every day.
After school.
But it was like right before Adult Swim, there would be like the gotta go home, watch all the anime, gotta catch up on Naruto,
Yeah.
Bleach, like all this. Like the girl I was dating at the time was like, yeah, I would like to go to the drive-in, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get back in time for Naruto. And I'm like,
Sorry, not sorry.
guess we can go Sunday.
Right?
I'll watch the new episode if you insist.
It's coming out. And
Dude.
I'm just saying that screen's still gonna be in the field on
Yeah.
the next day. But
Yeah.
Oh, I love like
Yeah.
Adult Swim and Toonami. Like I love it so much to the point where I go on the website and I'll like cast like the simulcast of Adult Swim on their website. And my favorite part is you can do the West Coast one, so I can see everything.
Oh,
It's like
nice.
if you watch East Coast, I grew up my whole life on East Coast. I'll miss stuff because I don't get to see it. But you used to have like both channels. I think it was like channel 33 when I was a kid. That Cartoon Network was
how it
on.
was?
Yeah, it has East Coast, Cartoon Network East Coast and West Coast. And it would play the same programming, but it'd be 3 hours behind. So you just watch the West Coast channel so you can like see anything
Oh,
you've missed.
okay.
Adult Swim still does that on their site. So I put it on, I'm just like, okay, Rick and Morty, give me it. Give me it. I miss it. I'm like, where's Afro Samurai? Let me get the Boondocks. Like,
Yeah.
I'm ready
Oh my
for it.
God. Yeah. That's.
I've been enjoying Primal. So awesome. So awesome.
yeah, that's what I've been watching like on.
Yeah, like
HBO Max.
nighttime stuff. Like I just miss like nighttime cartoons. Like Samurai Jack was really big for me
Dude,
as
that
a
was
kid.
so
like
good.
at
Samurai
night.
Jack always like holds up.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh,
Every
it's
time
still
you go
good.
back and watch it, it's
Yeah.
like even when you look at the animation for its time too, so fucking.
So
good.
awesome. And the fact that they finally finished it was like,
Dude, the release was real.
Yes.
Like that was, I was like, I don't know. Like, listen, I'm a cable cutter. I haven't had it for like since I was home. But like, there was something so special about Toonami and the way Cartoon Network went around the branding of like hours and segments. Like, it was so immersive. And Samurai Jack as a show was also very much like that. You felt very in that universe. And to finally have closure to that story was so nostalgic, but also so current, and also just. It was really cool. It was like really special.
Well,
yeah.
Like, it didn't feel like, oh, it was like this new thing.
Right.
It was like, no, we just had maybe a little better animation.
Sure.
Yeah.
But Primal's by the same like team, pretty much. So I've been like,
we showed an episode.
We
of that.
did. We showed that for first night, and it is awesome. It has definitely been like scratching that itch to be like, okay, like I need something to get me into the wind down mood, and like because it doesn't have any like audio, it's just like, well, it doesn't have any words, dialogue.
Dialogue.
Yeah, no dialogue, but all of the music cues and stuff. Like, I just love stuff. Like, Westworld, the music, like, I've seen it already. I'll put it on just so I can hear the dun and fall asleep.
Yeah, you were telling me about that with like, like menu music.
Menu music.
Like,
oh, bro, I am the worst. I've been playing this game.
Really?
I'm the worst, bro. Like, because like Mass Effect or random games has good menu music. I'll be like, yeah, Kingdom Hearts. I'm looking at my map.
Dude, let me elevate you. Let me bring you up a level. I was doing the same thing. So one of the examples I had, like, I was watching Tron Legacy like all the time just to listen to it, and my friend was like, "Bro, are you stuck on the DVD menu or something?" I'm like, "No, dude, it's like music all the time. It's awesome." But now what I'll do, especially for like Lord of the Rings, I'm like on a huge kick again right now, of course, because the show's out. But I'll YouTube search like soundscapes and stuff, and so people will take that music and loop it nicely for like 5 hours, and then that way you can just have that up somewhere and not have to have the game up. You can do multiple things.
I know. He's saying that to me like I chose to put the game up just to fall asleep. No, it's me being like, I've got 20 minutes. My stream ended at 3 a.m. I could play this Switch game for 20 minutes. It's on my face.
It's so infuriating. I was thinking about this with like Mass Effect. I recently I've been downloading a bunch of like game soundtracks and shit. Well, I just wanted to have something on my phone finally. But the menu music when you're like in the spaceship menu, where you're like going from planet to planet, I'll be playing that game and falling asleep.
Yep. You'll be mid-movement and then the Reapers attack.
Yeah, exactly. The Reapers attack.
You're like, oh shit, I have to wake up.
on my way to Uno Infinite, that song came on my phone. And I was like, repeat. And I just listened to that the entire way there. And I was just like so fucking like zoned in. I'm like amped. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm on my way. I'm Commander Shepard, and I'm here to play Uno.
Dude, video game music is just so good, though. Like, I'm kind of sick, because, like, I thought I was the only person in the world that, like, downloads video game music.
It's always so good. Like,
it is.
Kingdom Hearts, Dearly Beloved, is one of the ones when I was a kid that just, I look at you and say, what? You still do that? But like when I was a kid, I used to fucking leave the Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 2 title screen on. But like I would always repeat like certain parts or like stay in the same like town to just listen to the
Are you kidding me? I would run around Halloween Towns for 20 hours for no reason. I've grinded. The game's almost done. I just need to go to Hollow Bastion. Like, can I be done? And I'm just done. Like just so happy, and it never says the words, which I think is why I keep listening to it, because I'm hoping the next time I hear it, he'll start singing.
When does he come in?
The only one that's an exception to that has got to be Under the Sea. In Kingdom Hearts, because it's not like the full thing. It's like that video where they just never say ribs, but they say, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
Yeah.
That is like, it's
the best.
It's like,
yeah, that's exactly how it is.
And you're like,
I'm like, say it.
Come on.
No wretch and no vomit.
Come on.
Under the sea. They never get there. And
they couldn't have just like just made one scene. Just one scene where they goes, where Sebastian goes, under the sea.
He goes, the seaweed is always greener.
It's somebody.
I just need something.
I got something.
He like goes, yeah, anyway, we're under the, and then like an eel eats him.
Can you imagine?
Catfish.
Always see? Catfish are dangerous. Killing the almighty Sebastian.
Why are there
a crab?
catfish in a...
Crabs are mighty.
Because they're freshwater fish. That's a whole other problem.
Well,
apparently somebody said there's a saltwater catfish. And listen, I'm going off the expert Alfredo. So if there's misinformation around catfish, that's not on me. That's on the man who's terrified of the
catfish, though?
Because he has to be.
Because you're the
I love that
opposite.
answer. I thought you were about to like give me like an answer. I was like, that's such a lie. You're
Because I think
lying. Anyway, no, because he needs to be, okay? Like,
It's because I'm the expert on owls, and so
Listen,
therefore he has to be the
expert.
expert.
I got you.
I
Listen,
don't
that's
care.
it. I
There
don't care.
needs to be for every danger a harbinger, okay? Someone needs to be the herald of doom, and he's the Silver Surfer for catfish. Now, I'm not saying that catfish aren't dangerous. I'm just saying they're not the danger.
I see. Now I want to challenge those two because I think the
Silver
most
Surfer,
dangerous
that's
creature
right, catfish.
in the world is a worm.
Eaten, gone, stepped on, flattened.
No.
Fish bait.
Can we also just
You ever
throw
seen
out-
Tremors?
Yes.
That's not
that's
a worm.
crazy,
that's
bro.
not fiction.
Case closed.
Not fiction.
It's
not
That's
fiction.
a Dune
It's like
ripoff.
Commercial Like,
It's not
the
a
same
Dune
thing.
ripoff.
Joe,
okay?
Joe, let me tell you a story.
Please, Matt.
From my college days.
Oh.
I went to college, I'd go to class, and when I'd come out after my morning classes, I would see a fresh buffet of fried worms that had come out of the ground, slithered onto the sidewalk,
and
and
died.
thought, I'll die here.
Yes.
No, they thought
That's the
I'm
most
just
dangerous
going.
animal.
Now,
Yeah.
speaking of
they
the babies,
accidentally just die.
those are millions of babies.
Burned on the heat of the
Dude,
sun.
When you think about the mothers.
I've seen two worms having it out. Like this is
Wait,
what they do.
what?
They go like this
they, like-
next to each other, and then they get like a gooey layer between them, and then
I
they
don't-
slither back into their holes.
I always thought the
Seen
way
that once.
a worm reproduced was it tied itself into a knot, pulled it really
Into-
tight, split
into
in half,
two?
and now there's two worms.
Like a cell.
yeah, like it's
So when it's like two warriors who do that handshake, you know, like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah, I like that.
this. They're basically fucking.
Well, if they were working. What you doing to
Why
me?
you gooping all over me?
You got goop on
The
me,
wrong
I'm
time.
gooping
The
you.
wrong time. I just wanted one last touch before I went off to war.
Well, the deleted scene, the deleted scene in Predator is like, Dylan, you son of a, oh.
Really weird. So my favorite bugs that make love are called love bugs. Do you know what those are?
Are those the stink bugs?
Those are the ones that like the beetles. No, not the beetles. I don't know.
They're like
I thought they
little
were
tiny-
synonymous
they-
with stink bugs.
No, are they?
Are they? Can we
They're
get
little,
a picture of a
they're
stink
little,
bug and a love
they're
bug?
like
Do they have like
flies.
red? Do they have like
They
red
a
backs?
A little red butt.
A little red butt.
Yeah,
Yes, I
and
know what you're
black.
talking about. And they're black.
And
yes.
they always are attached at the hip.
Yeah.
They're always.
And they fly away
they fly
together.
together.
Yeah.
I've seen dragonflies
Ryan,
do
who
that.
made them?
I have seen dragon.
Floridians made them.
Floridians
them?
made them?
Yes.
Would you crossbreed to
The
make that?
University of Florida, the Gators,
Florida and
made them in order to combat the mosquito problem in
The
Florida.
Gators fucked to make the
No,
love
not the
bugs.
Gators.
And that's what
not,
they're
not
called,
the
the
Florida
love
Get the
bugs.
Gators off your
Florida
mind.
Gators, the football
Apparently,
team.
your candidate's
I
not
can't.
worse. Your
The
candidate is
university.
Gators.
Oh, well, they're look.
Take the front of your car.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it's those
I
things.
was wrong. Not stink bugs.
So they were made.
We
they were
gotta borrow this
they
for
were like,
YouTube.
Oh man, we need to have this football team here, but the problem is our players are getting bit up by mosquitoes on the field at night. So here's what we're gonna do: we're gonna go back to the lab and we're gonna make some bugs that are gonna eat and destroy all the mosquitoes. So they made these bugs. Guess what? All they do is fuck, and they don't eat the mosquitoes.
maybe they're.
That's what I would be if you placed me on this
They
planet
made them
randomly.
too
You want me to
thirsty.
eat that? Fuck it. I'm gonna just bang
I'm
myself
just
to
gonna
other
bang my
things.
other self.
They made them too
Maybe.
thirsty, but in the wrong kind of thirsty.
BK,
Yes.
what if the strategy was they're just gonna go out there, they're gonna fuck, they make the mosquitoes uncomfortable.
No.
And then they're like,
Dude.
The
I don't
mosquitoes
wanna,
do not care about
no,
them
I'm
at
not.
all, and now the love bugs just exist. Like
Great, that's
all over.
awesome.
They're just there.
Have you seen those?
Science done.
Science didn't ask the question. We can, but should
Should
we?
we?
Look, science is about why. It's about why not.
It's about let's do that.
Yeah.
That's what it looks
That's
like.
grody.
In prime.
And look,
love
they're all
bug
in
season.
pairs as the car hit them.
Yeah, as they were making love.
Dude, that's called true
going
love, Are they
60,000
stuck-
miles per
I
hour.
hope I can go out that way.
Is it just stuck together
by a
forever?
car,
Like
yeah.
they don't?
No, they
leave?
they come apart. But like apparently they have it's a long intercourse gestation period. I guess. I don't know.
They probably have corkscrew dicks.
No, they're not ducks.
Like ducks.
They're not ducks.
Love ducks.
Love ducks. Ew. Ew. Can you imagine just like double pronged inside?
Oh!
Do they
Like
make
you can't come out.
See, that begs the question.
Threw up in my mouth a little bit.
When ducks are getting it on, does the male have to spin himself in a circle to get
Yes.
like drill himself
No,
in?
the male doesn't give a
That's
fuck.
how-
The male
that's how he
just
gets
punches
off.
in and like it doesn't
Well, it
seem
gets
like
rid
a
of the
great
whole corkscrew. It
experience.
gets rid of the whole
No, the
corkscrew reason.
It's for the way out.
No,
Joe.
I thought it
It's
was
for
a
the way
counter
out.
screw. I thought it was like the wrong direction. I thought it was like not a good thing.
I thought it was like one of those.
I don't know enough about
Ducks are
bird
basically
They don't want
You
to
know-
be ripped out until they're finished, okay? Like they want to make sure they're,
You know, like
they're
those
locked in.
little things where you pull the
Goodness.
string and it makes the thing fly off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Those
little
Barbies?
feather.
Yeah,
That's
with that
what they
video
like-
where the little girl did it and it flew right into the fire.
Yes.
That's what the corkscrew is. It's
that's
like
what
it
it
winds
is.
when it's in there, and then someone pulls the female duck's head, and the male just flies off. Yeah.
Very explosive, very powerful.
Look, that's how you got to mate.
Trevor, what were you going to say before we got into that
Oh,
conversation?
sorry,
no,
yeah.
it's not any better than what we were already saying.
it's
but
fine, go ahead.
There are these mosquito traps because they're attracted to CO2, which is what we breathe. It's very sweet smelling to them. So they come along, and there are these traps that just exude gentle streams of CO2 into the world, and then the mosquitoes kind of come in, and then it's like a one-way trap, and so suddenly you have this big old box of just mosquitoes
Right.
kicking around. Now, I don't know if this trap has anything to do with the next part of the story, but I've seen people make burger patties
What the?
entirely out of mosquitoes. Like, someone gagged, BK's out.
That kind of makes sense, though.
But like,
Why?
and like,
No, it doesn't.
They packed it in, and like, I don't remember it, but I'm just like scratching at a residual memory here, and yeah, then they fry them up.
Oh, that makes
Bingo
sense,
bango.
though. Like I said, it's just not, it's blood, it's
Yeah.
bloody meat. It's just not cow's blood.
Yeah. And then the rest of the body is just the binding.
It's like how to experience being a cannibal without being a cannibal.
Or
No, that's
to
like
eat
a
animal blood.
hamburger for a vampire. Like,
Stop eating,
here's
people.
your-
Have this.
Have this burger.
Human
It's
burger.
people.
Human form.
Yeah, human bone.
I'm so sad because what we do in the shadows is over.
It's
Oh, it's over,
Right now,
over?
well,
Yeah.
the
I've only just
season's
begun.
over.
Yeah, the season's
Really?
over.
Yeah, I'm like 3 episodes into the
Oh,
whole
you're
thing.
in for a ride.
Yeah, I haven't
See,
started it yet.
when I first started watching, I was like, oh, it's funny. Like, I'm not gonna get hooked on it. And just
Now you're locked in.
like 2 seasons in, I was just like,
It's just,
Yeah.
it was just
Put it in
like
my
phonics.
veins.
Yeah,
Let's go. Let's go.
I wanted to watch it.
I'm a vampire.
Dude, I finished it, and then very rarely do I finish a show and then be like, all right, let's start over. That one was
Let me watch it
was
again.
like a immediate,
It's so
let's
good.
start back
It's so
over.
well done.
Let's watch that one more time.
Taika Waititi is, in my point of view, one of the best like directors to come back like and put himself into movies and put himself into stuff. Like after he directed, like people are gonna hate on the new Thors. I love the new Thors. I love the comedy in the new Thors. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
And Korg being Taika Waititi, poor little rock man. I love hearing his little voice.
Yeah.
He's like the best companion you could ask for.
He knew what he needed to do with that character. And I feel like that's like where he excels, is knowing like what characters need to do what, right?
He's always making cameos in interesting ways.
Yeah.
Like what he did in What We Do in the Shadows.
I'm eager to see how much in that, because I'm a huge fan of Flight of the Conchords. How much is Jermaine Clement in that show? Because I know he's an EP, like an executive producer on it, but I thought he like has an appearance.
I'd have to see because they've a lot of the people's appearances in the show.
You'll know his voice is like the
Throw
shiny
you off.
crab in Moana.
Okay, I'm recognizing the voice now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's see.
Let me see.
Jermaine Clement.
I'm
I
curious.
don't think he makes an appearance as a character at all.
That's fine. I'm still totally strapped in
right?
because all
think
the
I've
actors and actresses
seen-
that are in the show, funny, awesome.
Oh yeah. I
So,
feel like
I mean,
I've
I'm
seen
already
the
in.
scene,
I'm just like,
but-
the show's not Taika, it's Jermaine Clement.
Oh, I thought it was Taika Waititi.
I
He's
thought so
definitely
too.
a big
He's
part of it.
yeah,
Is he-
because
is he, like a-
his next show
is he
was
like-
Maybe he's a producer instead
Maybe a
of a director.
producer instead of a director.
Maybe. 'Cause
Why-
Sometimes it'd be like
I
that.
thought it was
Yeah.
Taika that was the director of it. No?
look up the show and then we'll go to the cast as we wind down
Need
the
to see,
podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
guess.
I need
And
to
then-
know this now.
I think
I-
he's in like one episode.
Because then there's Our Flag Means Death, which is in the same vein, but
both of them.
it's like the comedic take on pirates versus vampires.
Okay, that's cool.
Is what my understanding was.
Well, I need more real people shows in my life, so I already have a list now, and that's on it.
Nice.
And I just need to watch Orville, so Jack will shut the hell up.
He cameos more than Taika.
More than Taika. I guess I just didn't notice. I don't know what character he is.
Isn't he like one of the vampires from the movie?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Oh, no clue.
I think he would be.
Yeah.
I see. I never
sure he
watched
is.
the movie that everyone's talking about. That is the.
And see, I
He
haven't,
is,
I haven't
okay.
either. I just know like I've seen that character, and everyone's like, "That's the guy," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'll watch
Right.
that one day."
and
And I should. I really should.
have an obsession with New Zealand accents, I guess.
Yeah.
I
Especially
love
Taika's.
those
You hear it and
accents.
you know it's him. You know, like.
Dude, as a senior in high school, like I did I did like theater, so we were
Heck yeah.
doing a musical, and me and a bunch of other friends like were super into Flight of the Conchords, and so like when we would goof around, that'd be our go-to accent, is specifically the New Zealand accent, which is very very subtle but different than the Australian one, and like
Don't confuse them. You're gonna anger some people, Kate Trevor.
well they're like where's the car? And then the others are like, where's the car? You know, a little different. But no, like I just got really good at that specific like
that dialect,
nuanced, but I don't know if I could pull that out of my ass.
You gotta work
again.
on it now. You gotta.
Yeah, but I agree. I love that accent.
I don't know why. It's just something about it. Like it's like it's not something you haven't heard, but there's something like distinct about it enough that you're like, oh, that person's from from New Zealand.
Yeah, like dry humor can be delivered so well with an English accent, and then it's just this very specific form of comedy that Taika has, and that you see throughout Flight of the Car, Rhys Darby, Jermaine Clement, etc. Like just. Maybe it's because I associate their type of comedy to their accent, and like it helps. Like you can't deliver things in the same fashion with this accent.
Totally. I mean, like
so I get accent
Irish
envy that I'm just like,
or Scottish accents. Like, they tell certain jokes really well, and I'm just like, damn, like I needed the grit in there.
It's gonna be great.
For it to really hit. Yeah.
It makes me like just go like again with accent envy. I'm like, what type of delivery can Americans have that is like from the outside looking in? I don't know.
Rude.
Maybe none.
Yeah,
rude.
We're really good at that one in New York.
Selfish.
It's not even like the accent.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah,
just
painful.
It's not the accent. It's how we say it.
Yeah.
Dude, the person to me that's got like the best accent for anything is just Matt Berry.
Yeah.
That dude is.
Ooh, where are they from?
He plays Laszlo in What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, okay.
Darth
he's-
Marenghi's Dark Place.
Yes. Yeah, bat form.
It was you did a spectacular iteration of that accent throughout all of Red Dragon Inn, and I was there for it. It was so good.
My favorite part is I forgot who it was. Like I think whoever was directing like the episodes. He walks up and he's like, "Hey, have you ever seen What We Do in the Shadows?" And I'm of course like, "No, I've never heard of it."
You should have said it in the accent.
Yeah.
No, good boy. I've never heard of
And
this.
he was like, "You can do like a spot on impression. Wow, you should watch that show." And I was like, "Well, I'll have to give it a gander, but I have to go to a regular human bar later today, so I'll see if they'll put it on the telly."
Dude, it's so specifically him, and it's so good. You nailed it.
Well,
Yeah, man.
in the famous words of whatever his name is.
Matthew Perry?
Is that a thing?
Matt Berry.
You said what his name was?
From Friends? Whoops.
My mind went wires crossed. I went. I just started seeing zeros and ones like.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry.
Cannot
That was
compute.
Matt Berry.
It is. It's Matt Berry.
Matt
Berry.
Why I do say, old chap. I don't know how to fuck.
Why- Go ahead. That was
Foghorn
really good.
Leghorn a little bit?
I'll say. What do you need there, son?
Matt, I need you to say goodbye in that voice.
And introduce Post-Team Does Stuff
Yes,
as
yes.
Mr.
Okay,
Barry.
okay, yeah, hit me.
As Mr. Berry. Okay.
Well, goodbye, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Off Topic. Next, we're going to be having post-team play. What are they playing?
I need to pull
I think
it up.
Matt-
Some type of video game device. Now, I don't know whether it could be possibly a new release.
Slime Rancher 2.
Oh, Slime Rancher 2. It's where you take a slime and you put it on a ranch and you make it fuck. Anywho,
They
go
thrash
on,
about.
check it out. They feed them, I think. It's soul humane. Anyway, goodbye and have a wonderful day.
Guillermo.
Thank you.